Hey guys, so today I am doing my very first daily routine video as a mom of 7, so I hope you enjoy. So first thing in the morning, I like to splash my face with some cold water and then brush my teeth and hair before getting some coffee. If you know my husband, you know that he is a bit of a coffee snob, so a lot of times he'll make me coffee while he's at it. I love being able to connect with my husband in the morning before we all go our separate ways, and it doesn't happen every morning, but I really love it when it does. Then we get our 5-year-old son Ethan ready for school, and he is in kindergarten at public school this year, so we have to get him ready first thing in the morning. We homeschool most of our kids, but we really felt like Ethan would benefit from kindergarten and public school this year, and so at least for this year that's what we're doing. Then I head back home and I wake up our daughter Penelope because she is also in public school. She is taking ESL classes because she was adopted from China 2 years ago, and she's doing so well with that. As you can tell, she also has a really big personality, which I love. Then I start to get ready for the day, and if I know I'm leaving the house, I'll put a little bit of makeup on. Next, I wake up the rest of our sons and start to get them ready for the day as well. Our youngest son Lincoln has one of the sweetest smiles you'll ever come across. He is still in a crib because he had a stroke when he was a baby and had brain surgery last year, so he's still not walking or talking yet, but he's doing so well and making progress every day. We are currently giving him CBD oil every day to help with seizures that he was having, and it has reduced them by 99%. It's very rare to see one nowadays, and that is absolutely incredible. He also wears braces and special shoes to help assist him with learning to walk, and he is getting so close. It's amazing how close he is to walking. Get started on breakfast, and yogurt and granola is one of our kids' favorites, and it's so easy to whip up, especially when we're short on time. However, Lincoln is on a keto diet because that can also help with seizures, and so he generally has eggs and avocado and hemp seed in the mornings, and usually a little bit of berries as well. So generally the last to wake up are my older daughters, and so they'll usually wake up about the time that we are finishing breakfast, and then they will come down and make their own breakfast. And I cannot forget my vitamins. They definitely keep me going throughout the day. So then I get my kids started on homeschooling, and our older 3 kids are doing online school this year, and they're really enjoying it. It just seems to be like a really good fit for our family. And today is a therapy day for Lincoln. He is in speech, occupational, and physical therapy multiple times a week, and so we'll go for about an hour and a half in the mornings, and he's doing really well with that. I generally take an extra kiddo with me, and it's just a way to have some special one-on-one time with each of my kids while Lincoln's in therapy. So today is Liam's turn, and he's really excited about that. We'll generally head to a coffee shop nearby, and our kids love to pick out a special treat and a drink like hot chocolate, and I'll get a coffee, and we just get to spend some time talking and connecting and it's really sweet. So Liam is our second oldest son. He's 11 years old, and he has such a big personality, which you don't always see on camera because he tends to be a little shy when the camera's on. But he is a leader, and he loves to take charge, and he's always ready to be super helpful and is so sweet with his little brothers. Then we head back to get Linky from therapy, and we always have some snacks on hand in the car because he is generally pretty hungry after therapy. He tends to work really hard in there, and I'm so proud of him. Lincoln loves his siblings, and he is especially close with Jude. They just have a really sweet bond, and they are like two peas in a pod. Then we get a snack bowl ready because that is something that our kids really appreciate throughout the day. And then we get started on school. And I need to be a little more hands-on with Liam because he is not doing online school yet. And so we'll work on that together for a while. At some point, Lincoln starts to become a little restless, and so I'll generally feed him lunch, and then we will read some books and get ready for nap time for him. Lincoln loves reading books, and I think he prefers that even over his toys, which I love to see. Then I'll get started on lunch for the rest of the kids, and today they asked for quesadillas and carrots and hummus, and that's something we'll do generally about once a week. It's definitely a favorite of theirs. And we can't forget about laundry. With 7 kids, there is always laundry to be done. This is generally when our kids will have some quiet time to either read or play quietly, and after I finish laundry, I will do a Bible study. If I missed it in the morning, sometimes it's crazy in the mornings, and so I'll just enjoy some kombucha and do a Bible study in the afternoons. Then it's time to pick up Ethan from school, and so I'll usually go by myself because it's right around the corner, and my big kids can babysit while Lincoln takes a nap. And Ethan usually finishes his lunch in the car. He is a slow eater, just like me. So this is one of my favorite times of day, when the boys are all back together again, and Stephen generally gets home a little early on this day as well, and so it's just a really sweet time. Boys will generally help me get Lincoln up from nap time, and then they will come down and we'll have a snack and play outside. Today, Stephen brought home a box of cookies, which the kids were really excited about. And we had some keto cookies as well, and so Linky got to enjoy one too. Our boys love to play in the backyard, and they will generally jump on the trampoline and get some of that energy out, which I definitely appreciate. Stephen was home a little early. He was helping me with dinner, and tonight we were making coconut curry and chicken with rice, and it is so good. Penelope at the bus stop, which is just around the corner from our house. She rides the bus in the afternoons because her school's a little further away. Lincoln is always happy to see us, even if we've only been gone for 5 minutes. It is really cute. And today he was totally showing off some new skills while we got the table ready for dinner. It was so good, y'all. Yeah, definitely one of our family favorites, and also just so good to sit around the table together most evenings, something we very much value. So our kids have assigned chores, and our girls take turns with dishes, and so tonight was Penelope and Kira's turn. Then Stephen and Reese headed to our church for some activities this evening, and don't you just love their big, goofy personalities? I just love how our kids never get tired of hugs from Daddy. And then we will go inside and they will help me put some laundry away, and we will get started on baths. My littles could take a bath for an hour and still not want to get out. They love the water. So after getting our pajamas on, our kids are free to enjoy their devices for a little while, and we have set time limits on those, and so this is the time of day where they are able to enjoy those. Then it's another dose of CBD oil for Lincoln and some sweet snuggles before we get him ready for bed. Penelope was showing me some of the things that she's been working hard on in school, and then I give my kids some probiotics each evening, and then get started on making lunches for the next day. So Ethan is the next one to get ready for bed, and lately he's been falling asleep in our bed, which I don't mind, because he's gone so much during the day, and he shares a room with Lincoln, and so sometimes it's just easier to have them fall asleep in separate rooms and then move them later. Then our older sons hop into bed, and usually Stephen's home to tell them crazy stories with all the voices, but since he's not, we just spent some time talking and praying before lights out. Then I got a quick shower to relax for a minute before Stephen and Reese arrived home. They stopped by the store for a few things and ended up getting a sushi burrito, which is one of my favorites, and probably not the healthiest thing to eat at night, but I'm definitely not going to pass that up. Then I head upstairs to tuck our girls into bed, and even though they have their own rooms, they generally end up in the same room at night, at least for a little bit, and I love seeing how close they are. Then I get myself ready for bed, and Stephen and I have been trying to do a devotional to close out the evenings, and and by this time we are definitely very, very tired. So I hope you enjoyed this glimpse into a typical day for our family, though some days are definitely more challenging than others, but I'm so thankful for my family and just love them so much. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will see you in our next vlog.